Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up. Yo, listen, guys. Welcome. If this is your first time rocking with us at this pod, congratulations. You've made it to the bonus round. This is where the vibes are sweet. The energy is different.
Come on. Talk up the things, brother. Again, welcome. Listen, take a seat. We're now going to take you on a lovely audio journey. This is going to be a journey like no other. Because I'm telling you right now, there won't be no biasness, but there'll just be we'll approach the topics that other people don't want to touch. We have to go into it. Why not? We would not be us. Welcome people to the edge.
Just to correct you though, bro, there will be bias.
Oh yeah.
There will be bias.
Yeah.
I don't play about with that one there. If I feel away, it's gonna reek through my opinions.
Okay, that's true. But I'm trying to be, bro. You know me. I've been trying to elevate on my international journalist thing. Hold on, where's my team?
Hey, you still waiting? You're in Thailand now, fam.
Bro, look at this. It says I'm an international journalist, bro.
Nah, bro. IJ. Man like IJ. You gotta slap that in your bio.
National journalist, bro.
Slap that in your bio immediately.
They got my main name as well. They didn't even play around with the KG thing.
Listen,
they said,
no, KG.
As a journalist, you're Kevin.
We're gonna have to call you IJ.
Bro, it's 4, 5, and 6, bro. I can get around. I can all round.
Man says, here's the lanyard. Don't ask me nothing.
But now I'm trying to be unbiased, but you know me. Them opinions, if it goes where I don't want it to go, you know what we do on this pod. It's the barbershop.
Come on, bro. Oh, man. So here, another week. Before we go any further, bro, what's your tail of the tape?
Oh, come on. You know what I do, fam. Weight always fluctuating, especially because of the long haul flights. So I'll say right now, I'm looking like a proper heavyweight, super heavyweight settings. My trainer's disappointed, but we'll get to that when we get home. Reach mad long. As I said, the light is over there to like turn off the light in the room. It's like over there, bro. If I wanted to, I could turn it off.
I hear that.
I could turn it off. So the reach is, you know what I mean? The reach is crazy right now. But again, I don't like to use that. I'm an inside fighter. Again, I've never fought though. And I've never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out and it's not me. I ain't got the sound effects. I'm just gonna go.
Cold. That's amazing.
Talk to me. What's your tail of the tape, bro?
Tail of the tape. What can I say? It's incredible, actually. In fact, weight classes. I'm available anywhere from 135 to cruiser. So you know, we're talking tank right up to Okoli. Like I can be there. Do you know what I'm saying? A wiry 6'2", so it works. Reach, you know, it's really weird. It's like I was thinking about my reach the other day, just sat down for no reason, just like thinking about my reach. and I thought to myself, you know what's mad? My reach is quite deceptive because it's like, it's the speed. It's really the speed because it's like right now, like you said, you mentioned the light switches across the room. I'm looking at mine right now. And the thing is, the part that I won't be able to quantify is the fact that, like Muhammad Ali, I could flick that switch, get into the room, get into bed, fall asleep before the room is dark. So it's like, how is that's not really reach? I wouldn't say it's reach. It's speed. So I need to start adding that to my tail of the tape. And I'm 2-0. Yeah, I boast a tremendous knockout percentage of 50%.
Devastating.
So as you can imagine, half the men that enter the ring with me, they're left via unnecessary means to survive. No, that's crazy.
You know what's crazy about our tail of the tape? Yeah, we do it every week, and it still makes us. We still do it 100 aside eps, bro. And each time, you can tell it's just becoming more and more ridiculous.
It's getting more silly, bro.
It's getting out of hand, and someone's gonna have to put a stop to this. But we need to let's get straight into things. And I want to start somewhere that people are not expecting us to start. But I thought, why not? I want to talk Josh Taylor, Catterall. Yeah, because I'm getting mixed messages. It's mixed messages. Josh told me, or not up to me direct. He told us. Come on, bro. I'm an IJ fam.
He could have told you. Gareth AKG.
Told us. Gareth AKG.
Gareth AKG.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, AJ's really done himself in the foot for this one. I can't believe it. Turning, not indicating on the first exit of the roundabout is a travesty. Fury.
I just can't see how he beats Usyk with that type of driving.
AKG. No, but real talk. It's been mixed messages. I don't know how you feel about it, but again, he said that he's vacated his titles because he wants the Catterall fight. I don't know what's going on because Catterall was the one that was saying, you know, he's been what's the word? He was hard done by. He was treated wrong in that moment. But how Josh is making it sound right now is he's waiting on Catterall to sign this thing, and Catterall ain't gonna sign this thing.
When it's a battle of narratives, it doesn't even matter what's true. You just got to be first to get the story out there. But I think it's a violation that this guy had a shot at Undefeated. Won the fight in a lot of people's opinion. And now the rematch won't have that on it. It won't be Undisputed. It won't be for any belts if he's vacated everything.
No, I think he's kept one.
Oh, okay, cool. So he can still hold a strap, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you had the night that fighters dream of, you had that. And now you won't get it back the same way. Now it's just a grudge match. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the part that makes me feel a bit sad for Catterall. But at the same time, when you get to put hands on the guy that, you know what I mean, you want to put hands on again, there's still a good amount of satisfaction in there for him. But
I think
Josh Taylor.
Go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say last one. I think Josh Taylor, is worried about the weight.
Yes.
I don't think he does not want to be at 140, bro.
Yeah. Come on, bro. That's why I wanted to go. I was like, bro, I'm going to jump in there. Then I said, look, the weight wasn't comfortable. The weight that he fought at, and again, he's talking about he doesn't want to be at that weight anymore. You want to see that he wants to elevate. He wants to go 147, and he desperately wants to fight with Catterall at 147. He believes at 147, it's a different affair altogether. And
because it's a weight class that he's ready for. Catterall had no plans for that.
There you go. And I might be with you on that narrative shifting thing because it's like, really, are you? Is the offer really strong on Catterall's table? Because you went months telling everyone. That's why I say it's mixed messages that you won the fight. So how did you go from months telling everyone you won the fight to now vacating and saying, I need that fight again because it's him? You know you lost, and you can't really. Taylor's got a big chest in terms of, when you see him, you know that he wants to walk around as that guy, and he definitely, for sure,
he does.
Believes that guy. Like he gives you that kind of energy whenever you see him. Now he's looking at himself like, I don't know if he's feeling like fraudulent in this moment, but he wants to right those wrongs, which I respect about him. But deep down, when he asks truthfully in his heart, he knows he lost that fight.
Absolutely. And the maddest thing is, that feeling, the truth is always inside. You know what I mean? So as much as you go out there, like, I don't know if you've ever been in a position here when you were young and, your parents might have asked you something and you lied. And you just, bro, you held on to this lie. Going bed, anytime it came out, you held on to the lie. Bro, that's what I'm saying. But in your heart, bro, when you sat down there, I feel it. I know it's here. The truth is still here. So when he's going around and he's out here on some, I beat him. I beat him. It's like, but when you sit at home and it's 2:00 in the morning, it's just you up by yourself. You lost.
Had this story, bro. You took me there, and now we have to go on a story time thing, fam. So here's the story. Me, my parents, that thing, antiseptic, Dettol.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you the story before, but basically, there was a thing where back in it, when you was young, they used to put that in the bath. So you're more clean. Yeah. So you're just more clean. I don't know why parents were doing it back in the day. They were just doing it, right? So they leave the house. They say, don't use it. Yeah. Obviously, I want to use it, innit? Yeah. Bro, I put too much in. Yeah. I want the bubble bath. I want the Reebok bubble bath, innit?
Oh.
I put too much in.
You thought bubbles were coming from Dettol?
Wait, I don't know what else. I was young. Yeah. So anyway, I've done that, and it's like a lot's come out. Yeah. like an idiot, I'm panicking. And I'm like, oh, they're going to know. Brother, what did I do? I said, you know what? The best I can do is fill up this bottle with water and we'll all be clear. Bro, I filled up the thing. And it immediately went milky, fam. And yeah, so obviously, it's all gone milky in it. And I'm like, bro, I'm panicking. Yeah. And now it's like I don't want to tell my obviously my dad comes home and he's like, oh, who's did it? Who done it? Who has messed up this? He's on that one, innit? Now I'm like, oh, sugar. But he will like discipline us in age order. Someone's got to come forward or everyone else gets like licked before. Like, are you with me? So now, obviously I got older sister in it. She had to hold a few still. I won't come and clean, fam. The lie was in me. I said, nah. My sister's holding the licks here. And she's just looking at me like, I can't.
Wow. You're just sitting on the truth.
But I didn't, bro. I couldn't deal with it, bro. I couldn't deal.
Being stuck in the lie is the worst feeling, you know. Because it eats at you. Bro, I had one time at school, this in my English class, I'll never forget this year. So I was sitting with this guy. I forget the guy's name. Anyway, he's like, we're cool with it. It's my friend. We're bantering. Teacher said, stop the noise. So I'm, shut up, man. So she's heard me. Get out right now. And I'm like, what? I didn't even say, what did it say? Like, bro, deny. Let us come home. Your son was kicked out of class for saying the following. Shut up. Written there clean. My mom was coming to my room on smoke. Bro, deny. I'm like, I didn't say it. Bro, when I tell you, this escalated to the head team. Like, this was going back and forth for time. There was a whole meeting. And I remember one time, I never forget this. It's so messed up. So my dad is sitting there with the teacher, and the guy's basically explaining that he's definitely said it. And my dad is taking my side of this. So my dad's like, listen, you got my son, like he ain't no some mastermind thing to be pulling off this thing and holding it. And I was sitting there thinking, bro, so I'm a mastermind? Bro, this thing went on for years before I told my parents. I said, hey, by the way, I appreciate you having my back. I told him to shut up still. And I felt so bad because you know the ones where you and the teacher have a fallout, but ordinarily that was a teacher I really liked being in her class. So sorry to Mrs. McDougal, bro, because it went bad for no reason. What I'm taking from both our stories right now is them two just got to get it on as soon as possible. There's a bit of just tailoring all of us.
There's a bit of tailoring. So don't judge him. Again, we got to move. Let's move swiftly, man.
Chisora, fam. Let's give Chisora a moment.
Oh my goodness. How did we not start there?
Yeah, so obviously let's harken back to Chisora, fam. Do you know what I mean? What that guy did, I'm like, this guy's a British treasure, man. Cemented his place as a British treasure. He's going to have to go up there with like Bruno and Eubank and them guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think so, you know. Like,
really?
There's only one Derek. Think about how long he's had a run of being there's only one Derek Chisora.
The rebrand. Yes. You don't think it is? He's probably had one of the best rebrands in boxing because Derek is a peculiar character, right? Mm-hmm. His career's he was almost like the bad guy at one stage. You know, when he was getting around, he was doing a mad thing, like press conferences were always going to be insane. I remember with the balaclava, but then it was like the Union Jack thing on his face.
Right, that's right.
Oh, Derek Chisora. That was just wild. And I don't think he was one that the fans loved. He was always played the role as the bad guy. Then he kind of, I don't know what happened, but maybe because how long he's been dedicated to the game, we had to kind of say to ourselves, you know what, like, you can't hate this guy. He's brave. So you started to respect his bravery, and you started to respect his I'll have it with anyone energy, you know. And I think he really benefited off the rivalry with Dillian. I think that was that helped. That helped him a lot, and even the join up with David Hay, I think was a second.
That's like David Hay was the third chapter in Chisora's career, because the first one is like You fought Fury, you fought Vitali, you fought Hay. You'd say that, okay, Chisora's from that era. And it's like, nah, he came back in and he's rocking it with Dillian. He had 2 scraps with Dillian that was nuts. Did a complete madness in that fight to the point where none of us thought, right, you're actually in there with this guy. Like,
Yeah, like,
people
yeah.
rate Dillian. So it's just different. And then at this stage, War Chisora was born, where it's like, right, hold on a minute. He's got Usyk. He could be in there with a shout to maybe get a shot at a strap. Do you know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of chapters, but also I think that whole thing of like, cool, you don't win every fight, but bloody hell, do you come and you give it your all? That is going to be something that appeals, especially here in the UK.
Definitely.
Because, you know, we look at the UK culture and they don't really like winners like that. Don't win for too long.
We love the underdog.
We
love the underdog so much. It's the UK culture, and that's probably why certain fighters will never go down well with a UK crowd, because it's not the underdog story. You know, again, Fury is loved probably even more. Fury was hated before, you know. I've known a different. I actually enjoyed cocky Fury. Fury that was like, everyone's a bum, everyone's a dosser. Like, you should see Fury videos when he's got the wide New Era hat.
Bro, like, David Price, when he's coming for David Price and Bellew.
There you go. There's with a big Averex Fury as well. I'm talking like old school. Just saying a mad thing. But then again, no one enjoys that. No one enjoys that style. But then you have to go through mental health.
No, the UK. Remember, even sorry, go on. No, go on. Len.
No, sorry, ballooning in weight, and it's a comeback story. And all of a sudden, the UK are like, we're behind it now. Jade Goody, they behind it now. There's been so many scenarios. Cheryl Cole gets cheated on Ashley Cole. Nation sweetheart. That's like right. It's a thing that we have in Britain. But go ahead, your fault.
It's the same thing with Eubank Senior. They didn't really like the cocky thing. He came to the room, they used to hiss. He used to be snarling at the crowd. He loved being the bad guy. It's only when he started to lose when people started to love Eubank Senior. And now it's like, he's our guy. He's this, and it's just how it is here in America. It's weird, bro. In the US, they don't play that, bro. Be undefeated. Be undefeated. It's going to be a spectacle. Whether we want you to win or lose, be undefeated, bro. Like, be great. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a different culture shift. But, you know, aside from that, what Chisora is a throwback, fam. We haven't had another Chisora in recent years. To the point where he's like, listen,
Dylan's going to be
fight.
Dylan's going to be one.
Nah,
yeah.
Dylan will turn it in. You think Dillian's just going to take 2-3 losses on the bounce and keep it moving? Nah, man.
Dylan's going to fight for a long time. Dylan's going to he's going to get to a stage because
Dillian don't see himself he don't see himself as Chisora does.
No, but then sometimes you just end up not like by purpose of yourself, but sometimes you kind of fall into that position, right? Where it's like, I get these pay, like Mayweather's missed the paydays, so he keeps coming back for more boxing money. He can't help it. So then after, boxers will say to themselves, when am I going to make money like this quickly in a short space of time? The only thing that gives this to me is boxing. You got to say to yourself, why does Chisora keep coming back? Obviously, he's coming back for financial reasons, financial gains. And it's like, I know how to do this. I quite enjoy this. With Dylan, he gave me that same vibe of, I don't mind fighting. He gives me, I'll fight you anywhere, anytime, any place. And as soon as you have this moment where it comes clear to you of your career, it's like there's dangerous people in terms of the Wilders, AJs, and Usyks of this era, and Fury. They like raw, like, I don't know how that one's gonna go, but I ain't leaving this sport. I don't know if I'm gonna, and when you kind of have a moment of realization with yourself, we say, I might not get that strap that I always wanted to get. Are you with me?
Get paid. I might as well just get paid.
I might as well get paid. I might as well get paid because I don't need as you lot saying yesterday, I don't need the straps to make the money. And the argument I was saying is like, some people can't fathom losing like that because your mental has to be solid. So he's like, you lot shut up, man. Look at my house in Portugal. Life is good. Them ones, some people can do that. Some people that was never designed to be that way will struggle with, I've never been a loser. And just for a football analogy, you have it with Ronaldo. Ronaldo has won everywhere he's been. Yeah. He's now at Man United and it doesn't fit him. He's upset. And he's grown up here. He wants to leave. He said, I've never been in Europa. I'm not a loser. Hold tight, you lot. And he's gonna, and you know, there's, and again, it's just certain mindsets can't be comfortable in losing when you've always been known as the guy, the champion. That was the point. I think that was the kind of point that I struggled to make yesterday. Are you with me?
I hear you, man. I hear you. I think seeing Chisora in that post fight, I felt sad, man. When he started, you know what I mean, it was nice that he won in front of his kids. I was really happy for that. But it's just the way he was kind of like, I don't have much more in me. I was like, yes, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Do you know what I mean? You're an older man now. Do you know what I mean? 38. I was surprised he was younger than Pulev. Pulev 41 years old. But it was one of them ones where it's like, it was a good performance. I don't have any issues with the points decision. I think he deserved to win. It was a good close fight. He had a good game plan. His head movement is actually quite decent.
It's improved. He cut him. I swear he cut him.
He cut Pulev, opened him up, man. Both sides, I think.
It was nice to see just some of defense wise. Again, it's his style is an interesting one to watch. You know, when he kind of rests on the ropes.
Yeah.
Out there, you think he's finished. That there's no way he should come through this. And that heart, that thing to dig down and say, "Watch this," and just come out. He literally off the ropes. A big shot, because there's one time I believe Pulev looked like he rocked him, and it was almost looking like it was time. And he gets him into the ropes, and from nowhere, Chisora pulls a Hail Mary punch, and Pulev knows, I can't engage with you because you're incredibly dangerous, a wounded lion. But wow, you're ferocious right now.
It's when he started backing up against the ropes after getting off. So it's like he'd fight him off, and then walk back to the ropes and just stand there. And he's right by his corner as well. So you know Don Charles is right in his ear. Yeah. I'm like, hey, why?
Something beautiful about a familiar voice, right? We say it all the time, but it's incredibly calming. Him knowing that, because Don Charles being there was like, bro, like, I swear. Like, I had to double take at the TV. I was like, wait, Don Charles.
Same. I was like, who's this guy? This ain't Caldwell. I was proper confused. But yeah, man. I think he's at this stage of his career. He's like, you know what? We started together. Let's end it together.
Well, that's how he felt that night. And then...
No, I can see him staying. Oh, wait, hold on. Why? What you got?
Because, no, the Wilder talk is still real. He really is telling Eddie Hearn, get me that guy. Get me that fight.
I like Eddie Hearn's face in that. Eddie Hearn's face was very much that. Come on, let's just finish the interview. That's not happening. I'm not even going to add anything to that point. Do you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, there's some good, get him some good paydays out there. You know what I mean? And we moved the convo on to caviar and fish and chips and that. But it's like, I'm not serving this man to Wilder. That doesn't need to happen. No one needs to see that.
You know what? You hit us with the greatest segue, because let's talk about Eddie Hearn, and just looking after clients and just Sky, because I don't believe Eddie Hearn is. I don't actually. Let me speak honestly. I actually don't know the ins and outs of Eddie Hearn and Lawrence Okoli. Now, I've sat down with both of these guys. We've sat down with both of these guys. We've had a longer time with Lawrence Okoli. From the vibes I got from Lawrence, he comes across. I like him. I like the family. Honest. He seems he is a real, like, there's a genuineness from Okoli again, and just pulling up, and especially because we were almost looked at as the ops, right, in that moment.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And he pulls up with his brother, and we start talking, and these guys are championing the pod from early. Facts, So now to see Eddie Hearn and Okoli in this moment, you ask yourself, and for Okoli to come out and be as strong with the critique, is powerful. And it's like, where do we go? Like,
it has felt like it's come out of nowhere, this whole situation, because it first started with a leaked, not leaked, but an interview he did, and they said, "Oh, you're with Matchroom, right? You're with Eddie Hearn." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Wait, is this live?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I'm with, then I'm with Matchroom." And he's like, "Oh, it's one more fight." He goes, "Yeah, Matchroom." And he's like, "Oh, okay, like, what's the, I mean?" And it's like, "Are you with the zone?" Yeah. The answer is yeah. Like, it's such a passive aggressive. There's more going on here, but right now we're not doing that. Then on the timeline, he posts some memes, the Django memes, and alludes to Eddie being a slave owner type vibe. And you know, Eddie Hearn responds in an interview, and he's like, kind of admits that, yeah, I'm a bit hurt by that. Do you know what I mean? Because we obviously don't know what's behind the scenes, but that's a very flagrant claim. And it's like, also, it's one of those things where you made a good point last night, Monday Night Smoke, about trivializing slave owner terms and these type of terminologies. When you throw those out there, it's like, bro, don't trivialize those experiences and liken it to top level boxing careers. That kind of, it's not.
Yes, but at the same time, we still have to understand all sorts of aggressions, right? Because just imagine, like, we do this thing where we say, "You have money, don't complain."
Yeah.
That doesn't deal.
It's like even when people start saying, "Oh, but you got you a sky dweller," it's like that doesn't negate if I've been treated like shit,
or like the experience, or your black experience at a certain time, because you're in the room or in certain places, but it doesn't change the fact of mad things are being said to you while in the room, right?
Yeah,
and I think
you got to tolerate it because you're rich now.
You got to tolerate it because you're rich. Well, it's again each room, and you start to realize, because you start in the first room and you're surrounded by all your peers, everyone's black, bruv. And then after you start to go through doors, and the more and more rooms you go through, you start to say, "Bro, it's just me." You know what I mean? You literally, as you keep stepping through doors and in the decision-making doors, you start to see less and less of you, right? And then I think it's a funny place to be, because you want to look back to them lot and say, "Hey guys, it's mad over here," but they're like, "You're too far away from us to you're not with us." Like, you know, so you won't get the sympathy from probably the people you came up with. At the same time, they won't really understand it. It's a tough one. This is what I will say on the matter. I believe, there's different things at play here. I'll put in competition between Sky and the Zone, which is rampant, and you can tell it's
toe-to-toe slugging.
It's toe-to-toe. It's
right in front of our eyes. Yeah.
In front of our, it's a business beef, and it's a great one to just be in the midst of. However, loads of things are happening on the ground that we're not getting privy to, in terms of, I can imagine if you know that Sky, if you know that Eddie Hearn and my man have got one fight left. Yeah, Eddie Hearn and Lawrence Okoli have one fight left. Please believe I'm coming to Lawrence Okoli with the deal, because I know that's the jewel. That's one of the jewels in your crown. He's one of your champions. I would love him on Boxer. Love him. Yeah, I mean, what? Come to Boxer, because we don't really have
the face.
The face. We don't really have. And how about this? And I can twist your arm and say to you, you know, deep down, no matter what, even though you're undefeated, you know you'll never be AJ. I can say that to you. He's got equity.
Yeah, it's so easy.
It's easy. He's got equity in shares. What do you have? You just gonna what? How many times are you gonna fight on his undercut? If you remember, if I'm on it, it's real. Like, I could do a mad thing, and what you have to pray for in situations like that is our relationship is totally solid, and some of his feelings could be true. Because let's be honest, Eddie Hearn, we know who he loves the most. It's like when you have a parent and you say, "Right, you fully love my sibling more than," you know what I mean? Like, there's sometimes you see, go ahead, the floor's yours.
So what does this leave? Okoli and 258.
But 258,
I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. And, you know, it could obviously be a complex arrangement and it can work. But it does sound like, I don't know, just my speculation. It seems like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to pattern with this arrangement anymore. Like, there's pictures of, okay.
Sorry, go ahead. Land it. Let me understand what you're trying to say.
There's images of AJ and Reactor. They have a relationship. They're cool. They spar. Robert Garcia training both of these men now. Yeah. So you look at this and you say, okay, maybe the grievance is a wider grievance, where man's looking around saying, hold on a minute, I'm not getting no special treatment. I'm not getting the fights I want. I want the unification. I'm not getting it. It's not landed. Like 258, pally with my man. That guy's like one of my rivals. People are talking up a scrap between me and him. I'm looking at this thing here. I don't feel like no one's prioritizing me. And then the phone rings and says, you can be the face of Sky Sports. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. So now he's looking at it and thinking, I don't understand the reference that he's in his meme, the slave owner thing. I don't see how that works. Like, you want fights as a fighter, like so to go out and scrap is not someone. So I'm gonna need. Obviously, this is gonna be an ongoing story. More details are gonna come out, I imagine. So then we'll know the context of these things. But as far as like prioritizing your career, even Eddie Hearn said, look, let's be real. AJ Canelo over here, you're not gonna be the face of the zone. So if that's a better deal for you, go and run it. You can't. There's nothing to even fault. So the fact that it's got spicy.
You know what? It's actually quite deep now. You actually bring up some big points. Because let's be honest, you see this boxing thing, yeah? Boxers, the more I've done this thing, because I thought they were the least sensitive people. I'll be honest with you. I thought boxers, you punch people up in the face like you man are just on crud every day. Boxers are sensitive, man. You can't talk about boxers in a way they don't like. We can't do things that boxers don't like. For instance, you know when he said when the guy's part of a master plan. Master plan guy. What's his name? Down under. Part of
Art of Deception. Art of War.
Art of War, baby. Yeah. when he's talking about giving tips, and he used that thing, you told me how to beat my man. It's almost that snaky thing of don't help him prepare for a fight. That's going to piss me off because you're supposed to be my guy. Now, if me and you are close, AJ and Coley's relationship is tight. I've seen AJ give money to Coley's mom, video that. That's the only thing we've seen. But from what the videos they've shown us, them two are like this. Now, if you bring in my op, and because he's still going to be my op at some point, you bring in my op, but not only you bring my op, you try out your new trainer, the new guy, to get you to, let's see if you're ready for me with him. Are you okay? What's going on here?
It's too much. I didn't even know you and my man was like that.
I didn't even know you man talk on the phone like raw, you know the ones there like raw.
You man talk on the phone. That's crazy.
Wait, when did you message him? Like, when did this start? You know the one that he's saying, raw, like. So, Raw, you lot definitely had a conversation about me at some point. Surely, like, I have to come up because he's in my way.
How could I not? He wants me. I've got the strap.
So, what did you say when you talked to him?
Yeah. When
in your mind,
when he said down the line, he's looking to head top me. What did you say in that? You was just laughing.
I ain't trying to get involved, And that's the one because when you have two brethren that are beefing, right? And you say, "Raw, I ain't trying to get involved," but you expected some more loyalty from your friend.
Yeah, you're doing impartiality. Okay.
After you come off the phone, you're cool, but when you come off the phone, you're calling someone that you're close to. Wait, hold on. So imagine,
yeah.
I talked to AJ, and he said, "Raw, man's got a react point in camp, and how though?" And the friend is gonna gas him.
The friend is gonna go mad. If that, bro, how can you have that? And he's supposed to be backing you. So hold on a minute. This whole time he's been chatting to my man, and then, bro, now you're
and remember, Boxer's been trying to call you for time, bro. Answer the phone.
Bro, but that's when you hit the timeline. Get me. Django meme, yeah? It's so true, I'm gonna post it.
He sends it to the high friend. And the high friend says straight away. He looks, he goes, "Bro, post it."
Slap that up. Let them know.
A moment of madness, bro.
A moment of aspiring.
Ego, everything, deals, wanting to feel special, and it gets nuts. Again, I'm not taking away from the thing because so many people have said, I remember Eddie Hearn's dad. Or was it Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren? One of the two. He goes, I got to listen to him now. Yeah. I got to listen to he's my boss. It's like, wait, bro. The way he was talking just now, is so crazy. You missed it.
Dillian was on some, like, I didn't hear it, but I heard it. But I'm just gonna continue like I didn't. It's just one of them weird. It's a weird one. But so that's why for me it's like more details have to unfold for stuff to make sense. But it's a very crazy time. And obviously, this guy in the zone toe to toe is very, very fascinating to watch, bro, because they've managed to bag the AJ fight. And I am perplexed as to how this happened. Bro, they signed AJ to the mad deal, gave Donny shares, and then somehow came up short on the actual fight.
Bro, you set this analogy some weeks ago, and we almost praised them because it said, well done. Remember we were talking about the room? You had the house.
And the master bedroom.
The house, and they said the master bedroom,
no access.
Don't go in there. Then
after, can't go to the top floor.
So then after you said, we finally gave them praise like just a week ago, saying, "Raw, you have access to the whole house." Now all of a sudden, the house has become an Airbnb, fam. That room locked. That room that you thought you had access to.
The padlock, the type of padlock that's on there, it's an unholy one. There is no breaking that off, bro. And all you can hear is Adam Smith in there chatting. So coming up next, we've got Adam Smith chatting loud.
You know, and you look at the door.
He's doing the rehearsal for the voice. Up next. Okay, yeah, I think more bass. If I use more bass. Coming up next. How does that sound? It's so insane how this thing is played out. Man's doing the pre-show rehearsals in the master bedroom. Could this be the man?
Do you know what's sad about this situation? Why it's really sad and it really sucks is in this room, I need to get into this room. Like there's so much in this room that my company needs, bro. We need this room. Like I'm thinking about this is supposed to be a subscriber-based app. Yeah. Now it's doing pay-per-view on the app because it's like we know that yes, while the forecast was it would have worked and it would have been enough, there'd have been enough subscribers, and obviously certain deals fell through. The football deal that probably would have looked after this and allowed fighters to get paid and this, that, and the other. They would have made the money from football, right? BT Sport, but that deal collapses. All the pressure's now on boxing, but you still need to pay the Canelos, the AJs of this world to be on this app. And now it's like, actually, you know what? We can't keep up with this model. If we continue with this subscriber model, we'll be out. We can't put on the fights. We'll be out of money. Here we go. Boom. Give me the pay-per-view, though. We just signed one of the biggest stars. We're going to make the pay-per-view money from AJ because everyone knows, as you were saying yesterday, AJ, no matter what, no title, however AJ is in, whatever form he's in,
cash cow settings.
He's going to sell. Now you're telling me the main reason we brought him in, I can't have that. I don't have access. Do you know how insane that is?
Bro, it's so perplexing. Like someone, Bobby phoned in on Monday Night Smoke, made a really good point. Just about how, they can benefit from the Sky Sports engine, build AJ's profile, then he goes back to the zone. And it's like, I do get it. Like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, this is not what you want if you're the zone. There's no way you sign that deal so you can do it this way. You know what I mean? Like, you got the global coverage. So it's like, yeah, cool, everywhere else. But it's like, bro, this is the part you want. You want UK. These men are UK-based people. Hearn, Matchroom, it's all UK. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, I don't understand how you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball quite significant there. The winner in this, AJ, undisputed winner of this. The business level at play. He said, give me the strong deal and some shares. And also I want money from those guys to put this on. And also I want money from Saudi Arabia when they start paying the people. He's getting paid in so many ways here.
So then remember the question and this is what I said yesterday, not to go back to it, but someone like that that's making money like that, you're not getting back to journeyman fighting, and because he's not doing that shit.
Don't get me wrong, but you got to remember though, journeyman thing is it's a massive steep
journey. Sorry, I don't want to call it journeyman, but even his version of what a journeyman will be, as in loss after loss, and saying, "Bro, I'm still gonna beat bro." Okay, but let's do this though. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, so. Lost to Ruiz, avenged it, right? Confident. We're all confident in this world now to say if they were to fight again, smokes Ruiz boots. Yeah.
However he does it, knockout or just the points thing, is he's going to win the fight, right? Let's say he loses to Usyk. In boxing, sometimes someone has your number. Now, the next fight, if that's how it goes, then it's like, bro, the guy's he beat both versions of you, better man.
Yeah.
You go and fight, like after that, you stay at the top level, you fight Wilder, for example, or you go fight Fury. That loss to Usyk does not confirm or guarantee what those outcomes look like in those other fights. So for me, I'm like, we can't have such insane levels and margins for guys at the top level when a Derek Chisora exists. Do you know what I'm saying? AJ's been fighting top level competition for years. He can only fight the best guys. Fury has been given more grace than AJ's been allowed to have, because you can fight Wilder and then fight an unknown brother, and we'll just accept it. So for me, I look at it, I'm like, okay, if Usyk is gonna be the one where it's like he was my boogeyman, I just couldn't beat him. In years to come, when we sit down and AJ's doing interviews and saying, yeah, I couldn't beat him. Do you know what I mean? But I'm still AJ. Like, smoke Dillian, smoke Mike Parker, smoke this brother. Like, bro, you can't tell this brother that he was a waste, man. Let's say afterwards, when it's all said and done, I smoked Wilder afterwards, I smoked Fury. I just couldn't beat that little guy from Ukraine.
But you have to, but then again, you have to, those would have to be those, you'd have to get those results, right?
Yeah,
you'd have to beat those guys. But again, like, I believe he's gonna beat Usyk anyway, so I don't even know why I'm getting down this trail. Like, I still believe,
same
rematch. Like, I know it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out, right? Like, I don't know how he does it. I just know he's gonna do it. I think he's just gonna be way more aggressive, and he gets it done. But it's on the as you said, on the Sky negotiating thing. This guy has pulled off a blinder.
Oh,
it's something that you have to say it's a great finesse. Let's be honest. And he's even launched his own company, and he's got people within. Like, I swear, what's it? Our guy, Kamehameha, fighting
Ben Whitaker, 258.
Whitaker
on Sky Sports.
258. Reactpour, Sky Sports, 258.
Is Reactpour 258?
I think Reactpour's 258.
No, he's not. There's no way him and Okoli on the same thing. I don't think so.
How did they do it then? How did they get him to be the How did they get him to fight under? Wait, hold on. 258, man.
I think their relationship is just. I think it's just friendship.
Without being signed.
Which is what makes it nuts.
I'm curious. Nah, he ain't getting. How?
Thank you, bro. This is what I'm saying. He's not signed to them. So this arrangement has just come off the back of we're in the same gym.
Because you got Fraser Clark, Chisora signed to 258.
Yeah.
Hatton Campbell.
But you see it now.
Oh my goodness. How's that possible?
So if you're a Coley, you sitting there thinking, well, you might really roll deep then. Like group chats and that.
I love guys, how we break it down.
Yeah.
And I fully understand the term of that. Like,
group chat.
That's such a loaded. You're raw, you man. Group chats and that, yeah. Raw.
You talk on the phone. You talk on the phone. That's a deep one. There's many men I don't talk on the phone to, bro. What's this for dog?
Nah, bro. What I'm talking about? Yeah,
that
there's got to be some. There's got to be. He's got to be, because they're not going to invest like that. Are you mad? He has to be coming to 258. There must be stuff going on behind the scenes.
I'm saying.
Speculation kings. Listen, I did not.
Very, very technical stuff here.
May the beef with Sky and DAZN continue, because as the consumers,
we can only win.
We're the true winners. If they're gonna be fighting to give the best product, we win.
And also, Ben Whitaker does highlight the fact that 258 can exist with Sky Sports. So, if he is still good with 258, Okoli can go over to Sky Sports. But on that list with those names, did you see Okoli's name there?
Yeah.
Okay,
straight
cool.
up.
So it's cool.
Straight
perfect.
Up, AJ.
So that can still work, and it doesn't change anything. But it's a tangled web we weave, bruv. It's gonna be a fascinating one to watch. But Sky and DAZN toe to toe, Action, end-to-end action. They're going for it, boy. They're going for it.
I'm happy.
Speaking of Ben Whittaker makes his debut at the end of the month. Quite excited about that.
Excited for him.
He's
That's
looking
brilliant.
good working with Sugar Hill, man. Them videos, I've seen the training videos. I'm like, you know what? I'm very excited to see what it's going to look like, man.
Don't you have? I'm excited. I again, we just had to watch that career grow, watch that career prosper. So it's almost like can't really say anything now. Now,
no. I mean, we'll just sit back and watch it. Yeah.
Just a really good up and coming. We hope to see what happens there. But then you have some Bivol news or something, bro.
Bivol has been ordered to fight. There we go. The WBA have ordered the fight between Bivol and Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. So that leaves Yard in a very interesting position, bro, because I know they were pushing for that fight, and it's looking like it might not be able to happen. Obviously, step aside can take place. Boatsy. Sorry, yeah, Boatsy. Obviously, step asides can exist, and you know there's ways to get around things, but it's looking like that fight ain't gonna happen.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm kind of glad though.
Yeah.
I don't think Boatsy's.
Oh no, that affects us because we were still kind of hoping for the light heavies to kind of.
But Boatsy's not ready for that. Boatsy ain't ready for that. I think
because it was to be Patavia versus Yard, right? Yeah. And Bivol versus Boatsy. For them, hopeful, or in our dream world, for them to meet and settle the score. I don't think our dream was coming together because
it's not, man.
Bivol, after he has this fight, he's gonna want the Canelo.
Exactly.
He has to get Canelo. Like, don't waste my time.
Boatsy's losing out on that one quite significantly.
Oh, but he's got to go another way.
But I think it's good though. I don't think he's ready for Bivol. Bivol would have beaten him, in my opinion, and I think Virgil Hunter felt like that as well.
Yeah.
So you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's a blessing in disguise.
You know what? Let me give Boatsy the correct respect he deserves, right? He can fight, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
He can fight in terms of like, he's good, you know. Obviously, of the Craig Richards victory, like at the time, I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I think just incredibly invested. But the guy can fight, and he's got this thing where he's another one that's cut from the cloth of, you're not gonna hurt me, and I'm just gonna allow it. I'm not accepting that, you know. So him and Bivol would be a tough fight because he's gonna come forward. He's gonna try and they're gonna scrap it out, and Bivol can. It's mad because Bivol can go as well, and I think he probably hasn't got the respect that he deserves purely being from where he's from. I think the Canelo win helped, you know, like put a glitter over the career. We should respect him more, you know.
100%.
I think he got that, like, because I always saw him as the weakest, not the weakest. I always saw him as the lesser,
the easiest one to get. Yeah, yes. Exactly.
But he's not easy, like, and he showed me aggression in that Canelo scrap. Obviously, Canelo's not the weight class. It's such a tough one.
There's a lot of things going on there. Yeah, 100%. Like, put it this way, I feel like obviously Yard and Beterbiev and Bivol and Boatsy, Yard has the harder fight because that man Beterbiev is dangerous, very hard to beat. You know what I mean? We know what that is. And Bivol is dangerous in terms of him winning, but as far as getting hurt, the risk is not the same. So Boatsy's chances of taking it to him and absolutely trying to blast him, there's a better chance, that you go and can get that done because you're dealing with a different guy who's going to try and impose on you in a different way. So, but I just felt like at this particular stage, coming off the Canelo win, it's not the best time to get in there with Bivol. I think Bivol at this point is going to be too sharp.
But he's only going to get. The problem is you can't leave it for too long because he only gets better.
Well, it's not that you leave it for too long to hope that he gets worse. It's more that you just wait for Boatsy to get ready because Boatsy, it's going to be a style clash regardless. So now it's a case of, it's a style clash. So basically, I need to see who's going to impose more like, put it this way, Boatsy and Beterbiev, is another situation of Yard Beterbiev. It's like, I'm coming to bang, you're coming to bang. We're going to see who's got the biggest artillery. And whereas Bivol, I've got to find a way to trap him and nail him. Whereas, I mean, that's a hard task because that man knows how to box, bro.
He knows how to move. You know what I mean? He's a very good boxer. He's a very good boxer. And unfortunately, again, yeah, we like as a consensus, as a collective, we've kind of just overlooked his situation. But that's the one thing I love about boxing is you can do that, and then you're one good win away from people reassessing your situation. And I know we said like, it's the casuals, but that's the game, bro. The casuals, the casuals are important.
You gotta let people
to walk in.
That's right. Don't try and. There's no point in trying to change the whole ecosystem. Yeah, this is how the game goes. Yeah, you appreciate the good parts, or you appreciate the bad bits. Do you know what I mean? My way of dealing with criticism and responses is don't pick it up, don't put it down. I can't listen if you tell me I'm great. Then I have to listen if you tell me I'm rubbish, innit? So just keep it all at arm's length. And I think fighters should just adopt that same process, because in this thing, them men are gonna say you're the man, and then you might even win, but in a way that they don't approve, and now you're overrated, now you're past it, now you're this, you're that. And you got to constantly remind them and refresh the memories. Like, don't take this thing on, because then you can make bad decisions. Yeah, to prove points that don't need to be proved. As our man AJ, we spoke about.
I could drop a bomb, you know. It's a man. You don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
But you know what? So this is what I've seen. So there's a new platform that's coming to boxing, right?
Sick.
Pro Box TV. And I found it quite interesting. So the guys, I know Roy Jones Jr. is involved, Paulie Malignaggi, Antonio Tarver, and Marquez, Juan Manuel Marquez. And it's like, you know, a new boxing platform, you know, monthly pay type of, you know, model, like DAZN, essentially. It's just obviously not got the bigger names attached to it. But I looked at it, I thought to myself, this is interesting, because DAZN launching the way they did would have shown this is another way of doing things. So you get other platforms now, they're going to try and compete. Roy Jones, I mean, those names are pretty good names to have involved in a product. Once they get some investment, you can start attracting big fighters. We could look at the landscape. Boxing landscape could change going forward 5 to 6 years. Where
now, you know what?
Streaming.
Yeah, I'm with you, because now it started with Netflix, and I can't tell you, there's so many, bro. Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount's got their thing coming.
I got Amazon included, but I don't really use it, but it's there.
It's there, innit? Yeah. I think everyone's, because you don't want to lose that Prime in it. I want that next day packet. Oh man, just done the.
It's so sweet.
No, but you didn't even realize the mistake that I made with the whole package thing. Still, like,
look at you.
Yeah, man said next day as well.
But you missed
the fact that you missed it. When I said the next day package, it's like,
the
bro,
comments won't miss it. The comments won't miss it.
No, wait, when I said
right there with the timestamp.
Immediately, you was like, preach. You had no problem with that. Me getting
But the comments, you turn this back on me. I hate it.
You had no issue with it, bro. I said, listen, preach about it.
I sat there like, yo, you parted now. as soon as I heard the buzzword, I said, this dude knows. I can't wait at all.
Now, I like the move. I like the entrepreneurial mindset to it. We're yet to see if this thing really works. Now, if they focus on not prime time fighters, but they're kind of giving us that UFC-ish regular fights. The kind of the meaty man them. I think we got something again, because I still love to watch boxing, right? Same. Being in the hands of boxers, there should be that care that they take. But to do boxing right, what's hard is, how do you do boxing correctly by the book and look after all fighters, and everyone gets paid? It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It's a nasty.
Somebody, unfortunately, is going to have to be the promoter. You won't call him a promoter because you'll say this is for boxers by boxers, fine. But that's the role you're playing.
Yeah.
And that guy has to think about money and how to make this thing work. So it's that thing where it's like, when stuff starts, it starts out with we're all here, we're all there. And then the thing just gets nuts, and now we're like, okay, let's see if we can get like a bigger name on this. Let's see if we can get like a championship. championship defense to boost up this card, and now we're doing it.
The money don't get around. The money don't go around, and then you have an undercard like Fury versus Dylan White, fam.
Trust me, when you spend, like they say, when you spend all your money on the shirt, the shoes will suffer.
Nah.
I love that analogy. Because you know when them outfits, the outfits ain't balanced. Man's got the creme de la creme on the shirt, looking amazing, and the school shoes.
Wallabies, fam. Either rebels with the buckle, fam. Remember when they used to say rebel as well, fam? Yeah, that's insane.
And you just, you know what? People ain't gonna be watching my shoes.
Elite, you know. Everyone knows when I say school shoes, what's in your mind right now? The classic
loafers. The loafers
with the good buckle like that.
The clean buckle, fam. You felt, I'm nice. Still, I'm doing mighty.
With the fresh blazer, you were ready. You can't run for a bus with that.
Trust me. You know you got the new trousers where the crease is immaculately pointed, fam. Man said,
As the school year goes, where that seam is gone, fam. Now it's
and then you even get two seams. Because now you ruined it. It's just two now. Double header. Up next, co-main event.
Nah, listen.
Co-main event seems. Oh my word. There it is. From the mean streets. Flip say, we're done.
Listen. We went through some mad ones in terms of visually today, but I hope you guys are still rocked with our same way. We apologize for the lagging and stuff, but we aim to make sure we still deliver the content no matter what's going on in our lives. We said, look, we're dedicated to this. We know we have a family. You know what I mean? The community is so strong. The community is so real. You know what I mean? The great defeaters. So we'll always be here to deliver the content no matter where we are in the world. And I know, Trav, you had the maddest, busiest stage, and I thought me and you're going to be chilling and be together again. Nope.
Bro, man's in Thailand. Next week, Australia. It's all mad,
Next week, Australia. So I'm going to go link Smallsy. And then...
please, if you can link up with Smallsy, that has to happen.
I've got to go down under and, it's out of war, out of the session, baby.
Flip steak, man. Guys, we'll see you on Monday. Peace.
Out of war, out of the session, baby.
Let's do another one. Okay. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.